So since the new episode is not going to kick until about 6 o'clock, and it's about 2:45 right now, what I am going to be doing now that I'm just looking at it, because the CRX is currently on the jack stands and has stock lower control arms. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know if you can see it, but this car has Skunk2 lower control arms that I'm probably going to be pulling out because I'm selling the car as stock as possible and using them on the CRX for the time being. So it'll be one less thing to worry about when I do sell the car. But for the CRX, I have, you know, the Chuhar spherical lower control arms, spherical trailing arm bushings, a lot of rear suspension stuff to help me better my 60-foot next season if I do make it out next season. So I think that's what I'm going to do today up until the new episode kicks out, and try to keep this video short, even though most of my talking already took up a lot of time on this video. So I got to get to work. So most importantly, guys, when you are jacking up a car as high as this, be sure to use jack stands. And the car is stabilized, then you are ready to go underneath. So before going under the car, what I also like to do is keep the jack in place. With most of the support on the jack stand, and that's insurance. So what I'm gonna do is break these 14 mil bolts loose. Oh shit, that's not a 14 mil. Break all of these with a ratchet, 1/2 inch, and then use the gun on it. So I'm not stressing the gun out to try to take something that's torqued in, because this doesn't have a lot of torque. But break them loose, shoot them out, and then, so apparently this Allen key here is a 10, and that fits perfectly on there, 1/2 inch, because you want that big boys. Okay, well, that was not tight at all. That is not tight at all either. Well, it's probably because my brother swapped the suspension out and likes to half-ass a lot of things. So I'm sure this would be a lot faster if I had the wheel off, so I can put the impact on that, but this will do. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I had this mother. Oops. Hell yeah, brother. Alright, so I might even put this on the CRX too, I don't know. Still brand new. Alright, now let's knock out the other side. So before I even started taking off the lower control arms, I realized I had this sway bar in the backyard. So I got almost every single bits to get this put on the CRX as well, but I just realized I'm missing one of the bushing brackets. So the only way for me to use that is to replicate that one. I'm pretty sure I pulled it off too when I picked this up from the pick and pull, but I don't know where it's at. So if I can replicate that, I will install that bar as well. Gave this a nice wash before it goes onto the car so it can look somewhat decent, and I'm really hoping that I can find that piece because I don't have material to even make another one, but we make it happen. So before tightening anything down, make sure you get both of them on right, especially because I'm running this tie bar looking thing from Skunk2. Especially because I'm running this bar, the 50 Skunk2 Racing, I guess lower tie bar or brace or whatever. So before tightening everything up, I'm gonna have the other lower control arm bolted up, and then I'm going to preload the suspension where it is set to as far as height with the jack under the tire. I should have a brick under here, but I don't have one. Preload it and then tighten up the trailing arm, the shock, and the bar, the tie bar bolts, so that way the car is in its position as if it is on the ground, and the bushing are preset to where they are supposed to be at when cars on the floor. So hopefully that makes some sense. I'm gonna finish the other side and then I'm gonna tighten them all down. All right, so suspension, lower control arm, bar, and all such is bolted up. Now I'm gonna preload it using 1 foot and make sure it's not on the edge of the tire. So I'm gonna put this under the tire as much as possible, possibly centered, and use 1 foot like a G and mess up my tire by trying to jack it up, right? Ooh, that's not good. Yo, low. All right, so you can see it kind of lifted off the jack a little bit and the suspension is not compressed anymore. Now I'm gonna tighten it up. All right. All right. I'm probably gonna pull this one off here. Shot that 42 mil. Okay, so now when I release it, the bushing is gonna twist a little bit, but once the car is back on the ground and fully compressed, that bushing should straighten itself back out because it's preloaded. Hopefully that makes some sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the stock lower control arms back in that car. Gotta pull it back, straighten it out. And that's that. So all the stuff in the CRX are tightened down. So all of that's going to come off again when the car is ready to race next season, if I make it next season, because all the spherical stuff is going to be in replacement of all the Skunk2 with all the bushings and stuff that is on it. So the sway bar, I'm gonna install another day because I just realized that I have some flat stock here that is the same thickness as the bushing bracket thing. So the curvature here is the same size as my 1-inch socket, impact socket, thickness wise. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heat up the flat stock, bend that U like this bracket here, and then trim the ends to be the same as this guy. Then I can have that sway bar mounted into the car. But as of now, I am going to end the video here because The Walking Dead is about to kick on in 30 minutes. And yeah, so hopefully you guys like this video. Share it, subscribe if you guys want to see some more EF shenanigans. I just need a hatchback. I'll see you guys in the next video. So before I even cap out this video, like for real, to answer the other question that was on my last video, when are you going to build a drift car? I think I'm going to give this car one more shot with turbo, and if it, for some reason, engine catastrophic failure, I'm going to part everything out and build me a 240. And the idea of a drift car has been floating around for a cool minute. My buddy Pez drifts his Beamer, and like, I don't know, I watched too much Haggard Garage, Adam LZ, Trevor for Motion Auto. So if all goes as not planned with the CRX next year, I'll build a drift car. Peace.